say that's the depth of the programming. See, what if Jesus looked like this? See, he was where? Africa? Here's Africa. Rome went into Africa. Greece went into Africa. Miscegenated some of the people. The people came out. What happens under miscegenation and white supremacy? If you're black, get back. If you're brown, stick around. If you're yellow, you're mellow. And if you're white, you're all right. Are you all with me? This happened in Jesus' time.
Well,
So if under white supremacy, under Rome, the people that were miscegenated, that Rome knew would identify more closely with them, with the conquerors. Now the vibe is getting a little bit weak in here, but this is the way oppression works.
That's right.
They had it all scoped out. They weren't trying to figure out what is our agenda. Let's have a big meeting and try to figure out our agenda. No, they know the agenda. They're a tiny minority on the planet, but they know their agenda. That makes them powerful when everybody else is trying to go to the meeting next year to work on the agenda.
That's right.
Because they haven't scoped the situation in relationship to their self-respect. See, when you scope the situation and you know who you are, then you can, what's blocking you, what's blocking your progress, then that is your agenda.
That's right.
I talked to some white people in New England a long time ago, and I said, how many of you want to be colored? Nobody raised their hand. That was polite. I said, if you mean that, I think I might have said, do you want your children to be colored? Nobody raised their hand. So I said, if you mean that, on this particular planet, it means you have to do certain specific things so that you don't get genetically annihilated. Yeah, they like to tame. But by November, see, even if they complain, you know, like what, about the end of March and April on QVC or whatever those channels are, and the white people, ooh, I got to get rid of this winter white. So even though they complain, they set up a system that caters to white, because if they didn't set up the system, and this is the color code for white genetic survival, then they would be genetically annihilated. If Lincoln had emancipated the slaves, the enslaved Africans, and he said, now everybody is a social equal. The white men like the black women. The white women like the black men. They still do. Then white would have disappeared. Do you all understand? See, so even though they have mixing going on, what they're doing is right now making a particular mindset. See, if under white supremacy you create mixed race, then what does the child grow up wishing?
He was white, that's right.
See, probably President Obama. So little boy, why do people treating me mean at school? It must be because of my color. If it hadn't been for that black daddy, I could have been all